With that, we go to the gentleman from Virginia, Mr. Klein.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank the witnesses for being here. This is a timely topic and some harrowing scenarios that have been painted here, Mr. Sheldon, Dr. Jensen. I want to ask Dr. Brennan, you stated that China has also started to craft its own AI governance framework that requires adherence to Communist Party principles. Can you describe those principles?
Yes, it's very specific, Congressman. Thank you for the question. They have language in the draft regulation like you cannot use artificial intelligence to subvert the government, and you cannot use it to promote any principle other than those that the Communist Party agrees to. So it's very oppressive and very counter to the ideals that I think we all hold, and it's very transparent.
How does a U.S. company collect and prepare data for AI training, and how does this compare to how Chinese-backed companies collect and prepare AI data?
Thank you for the question, Congressman. First of all, we start with the rule of law and respect for intellectual property. We use contracts to define the relationships between our customers, the large language model builders, and the services that we're providing, which is helping them create exquisite training data sets, whether it's for a large language model or for the self-driving car industry. And the customers are responsible for ensuring that they have a legal right to the data that they're sharing with us for labeling and annotation that we perform that's part of either the training process or the test and evaluation process.
And the Chinese-backed companies, how do they compare?
In general, I think from the open source information and from a recent warning by the Five Eyes intelligence leaders yesterday, China is engaged in a broad, organized espionage effort against intellectual property around the world. They take that data and information and give it either to their ministries, defense organizations, or to the state-owned companies that are acting on their behalf.
Are U.S. companies taking appropriate steps to protect their IP and data collection? And if so, can you describe how they're doing so?
I think this is improving. As a victim of the OPM hack that took all of our security clearance database several years ago, we're all keenly aware of the risk that cyber actors play. It's important that agencies like CISA and the Department of Homeland Security continue to have the education and awareness programs that they have to teach small businesses, universities, and schools how to have proper cyber hygiene. A good colleague of mine even recently was a victim of ransomware in a family business. So it's happening all the time. It's a persistent threat, and we need to think about it like changing the batteries in our smoke detector. It always has to happen.
You've spoken today about how China acquires foreign high tech, including investments or acquisitions of companies and PRC-backed venture capital funds. The Congressional Research Service recently addressed this topic in an article related to light detection and ranging technology, also known as LiDAR. The LiDAR market is advancing quickly, and PRC firms are advancing in this area through access to the U.S. market and technology. Would it be fair to say that LiDAR integration is a risk for both computer vision systems as well as generative AI?
As you know, the United States regulated the remote sensing industry for a number of years and has loosened that. And we've all benefited from global positioning, satellite capabilities to drive around. Self-driving cars and other industries use full motion video, LiDAR, and other technologies to create the computer vision models that they need to perform well. I could imagine, if I put on my former hat, that information like that would be an attractive target to the Chinese Communist Party and the People's Liberation Army. So like all of the other data that's used in the self-driving car industry, it's a high bar for safety, and those companies are keenly aware of the security that they need to apply and leverage some of the leading security capabilities, as you'll hear about today, I would imagine.
So LiDAR data could be used to train AI or make real-time decisions with generative AI based on the training data it's been given.
So the generative transformers that Google invented in 2017, we've mainly seen applied to language so far, but it could be applied to other data. It's a large matrix, and I think we'll see more experimentation in other modalities in the coming years.
And what concerns do you have that China could use data compiled by LiDAR systems to acquire sensitive information and use this information to conduct military or industrial espionage to gain operational advantages?
In warfare, things like understanding the terrain and weather can be classified as secrets. And so any sensor, LiDAR or otherwise, that helps you understand the general condition or terrain is an important asset, and we would need to protect it in the United States.
Thank you. Yield back.